Hello. Good to see you, Carrie and Sherry.
Hi. Hi.
Hi. So, if you guys are ready, you can make your way to a comfortable seat. And one thing, if you have anything you'd like to work on or stay away from, maybe just take a quick minute to tell me about that. Otherwise, we'll just go with a kind of a standard slow flow. Okay, good. So we'll start with making your way into a comfortable seat for you, whatever that means for you. And grow your spine nice and tall, head and neck grow tall up towards the ceiling, shoulder blades roll down and back, and firm into your seat. And then close your eyes and breathe your natural breath. You're not making any changes just yet. Just noticing how you breathe naturally. So notice where the breath enters. See if you can follow it down your throat and into the pathways of your lungs. Notice the pace at which it flows and just allow it to be that. And about 3 more breaths here. Now I want you to begin to deepen your breath. So breathe in for 4 counts. 2, 3, 4, and then hold. And now exhale for maybe 6 counts. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. If that breath is too intense for you, you can switch it to a 3 and a 5. Okay, so inhale 4, 3, 2, 1, and hold. And then exhale for 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. 3 more times. Inhale, 3, 4, pause, and exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Inhale, 2, 3, 4, pause, exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and last one on your own. Good. Now let's engage your Ujjayi breath. So the throat is slightly closed, and sometimes it helps to have the tongue at the roof of your mouth. So kind of play around with that, see where it feels good on your tongue. If you can't feel that oceanic Darth Vader, if you can't hear that oceanic Darth Vader noise at first, Know that that's normal and that's okay. You'll find that closed throat. It just takes a little practice. So close your mouth, tongue up to the roof, throat slightly closed, sitting nice and tall, and breathe that audible breath in and out through your nose. Keep breathing your Ujjayi breath. Allowing any thoughts or previous happenings of the day to just fade away from your mind. You're so focused on your breathing that other thoughts are having a hard time coming in. And 2 more breaths. Good. You'll tilt your chin now to your chest. Slowly blink your eyes open. And next you're going to make your way to your knees for a child's pose. So onto your knees. Knees can be narrow or wide, whichever feels good, best for you right now. And then lean back down. And take a couple of breaths in your child's pose. One more breath, and then we'll bring in some movement. Now you can sway your hips from side to side and rock your head as you do that. Good, and then come back to center. And now you walk both hands over to the left-hand side and send your hips to the right. One more breath. And then return to center for one breath, and then the opposite side. Now you walk your hands both right, send your seat to the left. And one more breath. And now you send both hands back to center. Take one deep breath. And open your mouth, exhale. Good. Now you'll bring yourself to hands and knees. Tabletop position. Square yourself up so that your wrists are on your shoulders, knees under hips. And then you'll find some cow-cat. So inhale, drop your belly, lift, tail, lift your head. And then exhale, round your spine. Tailbone tucks, chin to chest. Inhale, cow. And exhale, cat. 2 more, and then you'll find some organic movement. So inhale, cow. Exhale, cat. Inhale, cow. And then exhale, cat. And now find some movement that feels good to you. Maybe you continue the cows and cats. Maybe you bring this into circles. Or maybe you bring your leg in. Just some ideas to create a movement that works for you. Just make sure anything you do on one side, you even out. So if you're gonna do knees or anything like this, stick with like 2 each side so you can really stay even. Or maybe you wanna send yourself forward to a up dog or a plank, and then back down into child's pose. Just find that movement for you. We'll spend about 5 more breaths here. Last breath, and then you'll find neutral. Good. Now from your neutral position, bring your right leg back behind you at your hip height and leave it there. Then I want you to cross your right leg over your left and tap your toe down on the floor. Then inhale, arc your leg up and over to the side, right side, and tap your toe down. Inhale, back up and over like you're drawing a rainbow across your leg, around to the other side of your body. Good. Try to inhale on your arc. Exhale, toe tap. 2 more. Inhale, arc. Exhale, toe tap. Last one. Now your right leg goes back to hip height, and then tabletop position. And make sure you're nice and square first, then bring your left leg along behind you. You're gonna cross your toe over, right foot, tap it down, inhale, arc it up and over. Inhale, and exhale. Inhale, exhale. And 2 more times. And now your left leg goes back to long and back to tabletop position. Good. Now send yourself into a short, narrow knee child's pose. So bring knees together first and then send your hips back and head towards the ground. Breathe deeply into your low back. 3 breaths total. So that's 1, 2, and 3. Come back to your tabletop position. And knees a hip distance now. Good. Then you'll bring your right leg back at hip height and your left arm out ahead of you and just reach for opposite walls. Every muscle's working from fingertip to toe tip. And then exhale, set it down. Good. Nice inhale, and your left leg, right arm reaches. Nice long line of energy all the way through. 2 more breaths. And now you'll bring it back to tabletop position. And tuck your toes, lift your hips, downward facing dog, and pedal your dog. So bend and straighten your knees. heels towards the mat as you press firmly into your hands and press your chest towards your thighs. All the while, lift your hips up to the ceiling. And breathe. Two more breaths. Good. Now you'll bend your knees generously and you're going to walk your feet up to your mat to forward fold or up towards your knee. Good. Grab for opposite elbows and then sway. Maybe, and then you come back to center. Now maybe you like to shake your head yes and no. Loosen your neck up a little bit. And then you'll release your grips, bend your knees, and slowly rise all the way up, arms overhead. You're gonna interlace your fingers, except your index finger is gonna point straight up. And then I want you to inhale, reach up, and exhale, you're gonna tick-tock your body side to side. So exhale, side, inhale, center, exhale, side, inhale, center, exhale, side, inhale, center, and continue. Good. Two more times each side. Inhale up, exhale, side bend. Last time. And then inhale, reach your arms up. And exhale, fold forward. And hold. Good, then bend your knees generously and inhale, rise to mountain, arms overhead. Interlace your fingers except the index finger and reach up. Nice straight elbows, long spine, long neck. Inhale, reach, and then exhale, side bend. Really want to make sure that your shoulders and your hips are square in this pose, so we're not leaning forward. Everything nice and visible. Good. Inhale, reach up to center. And then exhale, side bend, opposite side. And if you can, see if you can gaze upwards. One more breath. Then inhale, center. And exhale, forward fold. Now this time, bend your knees as generous as needed to grab your elbows behind your knees. Once you find that, just see if you can strain your knees maybe just a little bit. Good. Keep the bend as far as comfortable for you. We want your chest to touch your thighs. And now I want you to breathe in and lengthen your spine. So one thing that can help with this in this pose is to reach your chin towards your toes. So inhale, reach chin to toes. And exhale, release. Two more breaths. Very nice. Now release your hands. Bend your knees generously and roll up to mountain, arms overhead. Interlace your fingers. Now this time I want the awkward lace. So your opposite finger than the last two times is in front. And then you're going to inhale, reach your arms up. And then exhale, side bend. And hold. Two more breaths. Then inhale up to center. Reach up and exhale, side bend. Two more breaths. Then inhale up to center, reach your arms up first. And then exhale, arms down by your sides. Now take a couple breaths in mountain pose. Yogi's choice if palms are on your thighs or facing forward, whichever you prefer. Very nice. Now I'll have you step to the top of your mat. And you're going to inhale, arms go up, palms face each other. And then exhale, send your seat back for chair. Inhale. And exhale, fold forward. Now inhale, halfway lift. And on your exhale, send your right foot back for a warrior one. So your back foot's at the 45-degree angle, front knee bent, both hips are square to the front of the room. If you can, bring palms to meet. Inhale, reach up. And then exhale, cactus your arms. Nice, slow and controlled movement. Inhale, reach your arms up, palms meet if possible. And then exhale, cactus. Squeeze shoulder blades at the back. And then inhale, reach. Exhale, cactus. And remember to squeeze the shoulder blades when you get all the way there. Inhale, reach. Exhale, cactus. One more of these. Inhale, reach. Exhale, cactus, and hold your cactus. Now, if you need to straighten your knee and come back into it, feel free to do that anytime. We're holding these poses a little longer today. So inhaling cactus. Exhale, lower your forearms. Inhale, cactus. Exhale, lower. And continue. And I want you to imagine that you're moving through mud or wet cement. So there's a little resistance here. Final one. Good. Now inhale, both arms go up. And then exhale, pivot your back foot parallel with the short edge of your mat into warrior two. Nice deep lunge. Reach for opposite sides of the room. Core is nice and firm. And breathe. Again, if you need to straighten the knee and come back into it, that's okay. Release some of that acid and come right back. 2 more breaths. Good. Now bring both palms to frame your front foot and send your left foot back to meet your right, downward facing dog, and pedal your dog. Good. Then I want you to slowly walk your feet up towards your mat, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Now exhale, fold. Inhale, rise to mountain, arms up. And then exhale, sit into your chair. If you can in chair, float your toes
the mat to keep your knees from crossing over them. Inhale. And then exhale, fold forward. And then you'll inhale, halfway lift. And now exhale, send your left foot back, warrior one. Arms go up, hips and shoulders are square, back foot's the 45-degree angle. Good, inhale, reach your arms up. Hands meet if possible. One more time, reach up, inhale, and then exhale, cactus. Squeeze shoulder blades, then inhale, both arms up, hands meet if possible. Exhale, cactus. Again, you want to feel that resistance moving through the air. Inhale, exhale. 2 more. Inhale and exhale. Inhale and exhale. Good. Now keep your arms in your cactus. Inhale. Exhale, lower your forearms. Inhale, cactus. Exhale, lower. Inhale, cactus. Exhale, lower. Inhale, cactus. Exhale, lower. Last time, inhale, cactus. Exhale, lower. Then inhale, both arms up, palms meet. And then exhale, pivot into warrior two. And in your warrior two, make adjustments as needed, tighten your core, and reach for opposite walls. Good. Hold. 2 more breaths. Good. Now cartwheel your hands to frame your right foot and send your right foot to meet left, downward facing dog. This time try and melt your heels towards the mat, chest towards your thighs, deep breath in and out. 1 more breath. Then you bend your knees and walk your feet towards your hands, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, rise, arms overhead. Palms face. And then you're going to exhale into chair. Inhale. Exhale, fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Then exhale, send your right foot back, warrior one. Palms meet if possible. Inhale, reach up and hold. 2 more breaths, just hold. If you're feeling really confident in your pose, check to see if the weight is in the knife edge side of your back foot. So it should be on the outer edge of your back foot, the weight from the back of your body. 1 more breath. And then you pivot into warrior two. So back foot parallel to the mat, both arms reach. Tighten your core. And then this time you're going to straighten your front knee and bring arms up to meet. Inhale. And then exhale, warrior two. Then inhale, arms up, legs straight. Exhale, warrior two. Inhale. Exhale. 2 more times. And then reach forward in order to reach back. Very little weight in the back hand on your thigh. Or maybe it finds a nice half bind. One more breath here. And then you'll send your hands cartwheel to frame your left foot. Send left foot to meet your right. And pedal your legs out. And downward dog. Good. You find some stillness. Then bend your knees and walk your feet towards your hands. Forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Now inhale, rise. Arms overhead, palms face. And then exhale, chair. Now inhale. Exhale, fold. Inhale, halfway lift. And exhale, send your left foot back, warrior one. And hold your warrior one. So palms meet as able. Elbows straight. Nice deep lunge. And like we talked about, if you can, get the weight into the outer knife edge side of your back foot. Really press into that part of your foot. Two more breaths here. Good. Now you're going to pivot your back foot to that warrior two. Make adjustments as needed. And then inhale, you're going to straighten your front knee and arms go up. Exhale, warrior two. Inhale, straight knee, arms up. Exhale, warrior two. And continue. Two more. Good. Then reverse warrior. So you're going to flip your right palm to the ceiling this time. Then reach forward in order to reach back. And your left palm can gently rest, very little weight, or it can half bind around your back. Yogi's choice. Two more breaths. Then inhale, warrior two, you're going to bring your hands to the mat, frame your foot, and send yourself into a downward dog. See if you can melt heels towards the mat. Press into all 10 fingers. Lift your hips and chest towards your thighs. And then two deep cleansing breaths. So big inhale. Open your mouth. Exhale. One more. Good. Then you bend your knees and walk your feet to meet your hands. Forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, rise to mountain, arms overhead. Exhale, chair. Our last variation on this sequence. Inhale. Then exhale, fold. Inhale, halfway lift. And exhale, right foot back, warrior one. Palms meet as able. Two more breaths. Then pivot on your back foot, open up warrior two. now in your warrior two, we're going to be here a minute, so I want you to check on some alignment issues. We want to make sure your torso is right in center where your tailbone is. So we want to make sure we're not leaning forward like this, really bring it back. And then we also want to make sure we're not arching our back, so really tighten in the core and tailbone muscles. Good, find that. And then 3 breaths. Final breath. Good. Then you're going to flip your left palm and reach back. Inhale for reverse warrior. And then we're going to do a moving reverse warrior. So if you'd like to watch me, you can. We're going to straighten your knee from your reverse warrior. Inhale. And then exhale into straight knee,
into triangle. Then inhale, straight knee, reverse warrior.
Inhale, straight knee, reverse. Exhale, triangle. So make your way back to that reverse warrior, legs straight, front leg straight. Inhale, exhale, triangle. Inhale, reverse. Exhale, triangle. 2 more times. And last one. Then inhale back to warrior 2. And exhale, cartwheel to frame your foot. Send left foot to meet your right. Downward facing dog, pedal your knees. Good, and then you'll find a short moment of stillness. Bend your knees and walk your feet up towards your hands. Forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, rise to mountain, arms up. Palms face, exhale, chair. Inhale. Exhale, fold. Inhale, halfway lift. And exhale, send your left foot back, warrior 1. 3 breaths here. Good. Then your next exhale, you're going to pivot into warrior 2. And again, check your alignment. Make adjustments with your legs as needed. Maybe they need to go a little wider like mine do. Check your torso. Make sure you're not leaning too far forward or even too far back. We want to be right in line. Good. And then make sure you're not arcing your back. You want to really bring everything in. Here we go. And 3 breaths now. Good. Now flip your left palm up to the ceiling. You're going to inhale, reach forward, then straighten your front knee and reverse warrior with that straight knee. Then exhale, triangle pose. Inhale, reverse. Exhale, triangle. Inhale, reverse. Exhale, triangle. 2 more times. Then inhale back to warrior 2. And cartwheel to frame your right foot. Send your right foot to meet your left in downward facing dog. Melt your heels. Press firmly into your hands. Hips up to ceiling, chest to the thighs, and 2 cleansing breaths. Good, then bend your knees and walk your feet forward. Forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. And now in your fold, I want you to lift your right heel up off the mat, bend your right knee generously, and straighten the back knee if you can, as straight as it goes. It could still have a micro bend, but we really want to get a good stretch after all those warriors in the back of the leg. Good, and now you'll switch feet, so you're going to lower your right heel down, pick up your left heel, and bend your knee, straighten your right knee. Really breathe in to the back of your leg if you can. Two more breaths. Good, then you're going to lower your left heel down, bend both knees generously, and then rise up to mountain, arms overhead. And then exhale, arms down by your sides. Take a couple breaths in mountain pose. One more. Good. Now you're going to take your right knee up to hip height, and your hands will go to heart center for a little balancing work. So you inhale here, and then exhale, you're going to hinge at your hips and send your leg back to a standing stick or a warrior 3 if that's available to you. Inhale, knee to hip. We're going to do this 5 times. Exhale, standing stick. If you need to tap your toe down for balance at any time, that's totally acceptable. Inhale, knee to hip. Exhale, standing stick. And 2 more times. Good. Then from here, you're going to reach both hands to the mat for a standing split. And this is just as much standing split, just having your legs shoot straight out at hip as any higher up. So work with your limitations. If it's available to you, you can take left hand behind the calf, bring it in a little further. One more breath. And now your right foot's going to meet your left. And pedal your legs. Bend and straighten. Good. Then both heels come flat to the mat for forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, mountain pose. Arms up. Then palms meet and hands to heart center. Now inhale, left knee up to hip height. And exhale, standing stick. Inhale, knee to hip. Exhale, standing stick. And continue on your breath. One more time. And then hands go to the mat for your standing split. If you were able to do so on the other side, grab your calf with your right hand. And bring it a little deeper. 2 more breaths. And then both hands to the mat, bring your left leg down and pedal your legs out. Good, and now you find both heels planted on the mat. Plant your hands and walk your feet back to a downward facing dog now. Good, really set into your downward dog first. And then you're gonna reach your right leg up long. And now send your right knee in between your legs for a pigeon pose. You're gonna set your knee down, and then you're gonna slowly bring your back leg all the way down. Now the key here is that we really want hips to be nice and level. And if this is hurting your knees or your hips, we can do this on the back as well. So if you're here, just checking to make sure knees are level. If you need a different pose for knees or hips, then you're gonna lay on your back, cross your right leg, and reach for your hamstring or your shin. This is the same pose as that pigeon. So, and if you're still holding up here, feel free to bring yourself down a little further if that's available in your pigeon. This is such a great stretch for your hips and your legs. 2 more breaths. Good. Now you're going to plant your hands on the mat, tuck your back toes under, lift your hips and send your right foot back, downward facing dog. Again, really melt into that dog, press into hands, feet, hips lift and chest to thighs. Then inhale, left leg nice and long behind you. And then exhale, pigeon pose. So knee in between your hands and send your back leg all the way down. Now again, if you need to be doing this on your back, that's okay. You're just gonna lay on your back. Your right foot's planted, left foot crosses, and then you reach in between your legs for hamstring or shin. Good. And again, if you're still upright and proud pigeon, go ahead and make it into sleeping pigeon on your forearms. You can take 2 more breaths. Good. Now you're going to plant your hands and you're going to go ahead and sit onto your left side seat, swing your right leg, if you can, all the way around across your left knee. Good. So both sits bones should be firmly planted on the mat. If this leg is bothering you to be crossed like that, then you can go ahead and bring it out if that feels better. Okay, so whichever feels best to you, either the bent knee or straight. And then you're going to take your left hand and wrap it around your knee. Your right hand comes back behind you and bring in a nice twist. So inhale to grow your spine long first, and then exhale, twist. Two more breaths. Good. Now you'll come back to center and you're going to switch your legs. So maybe I like to put my hands back behind me to lean on them. Take your feet out first, then cross your right as if you're gonna come into crisscross applesauce, and left goes up and over. Or if you prefer that straight leg, go ahead and have your right leg straight. That's fine too. Then firm into both sit bones. Good. Grow up nice and tall. Wrap your right arm over your left knee, left hand behind you, and exhale to twist. One more breath. Then you make your way back to center. Good, and you're going to stretch both legs out wide. Toes are flexed. Good, sit firmly into your seat. And then inhale, reach both arms up. And exhale, fold forward. Nice long spine. If you're having trouble getting your spine long, reach that chin forward. Two more breaths. And now you'll walk your hands back up close to your body. And your left leg's going to stay where it's at, but your right foot comes to your left thigh. And then you'll take your right hand out to either your shin, your ankle, or your foot, whatever's available, and your left arm goes up and over, reaching towards your toes. So I'll demonstrate from this way. And we want to really make sure that these shoulders are nice and open, so we're not spinning inward here. We're nice and open shoulder. Good. Two more breaths. Then inhale up to center. And now you're going to switch your legs. Right leg goes out, left foot to inner thigh. Reach your right hand for ankle, shin, or foot, and left arm frames your ear up and over. Making sure you're not crunching in, your shoulders are nice and open. Two more breaths. Then inhale back to center. And now you'll stretch both legs out ahead of you. Then you're going to inhale, reach arms up. And then exhale, fold forward. Two more breaths. Now you'll walk your hands back up towards your body. You'll bring your feet planted and scoot your bum forward till your knees point to the ceiling. For boat pose, so hands can start on your hamstrings. And then you'll lean back, and as soon as you feel your core muscles turn on, go ahead and stop there. If you can't, lift your legs parallel to the ceiling. For boat. And if you'd like it to make it a little more challenging, hands can come out. And you need a little more challenge yet, you'll just straighten your knees. So wherever your boat is today, good. Then inhale, you're going to plant your feet, sit up nice and tall. exhale, lean back. Feel the core muscles turn on. When they turn on, you're going to pick up your legs once again. And this time, we're going to go for 4 heel taps. So keep your knees bent. You're going to inhale. Exhale, tap your right heel. Back up. Exhale, tap your left heel. Inhale, back up. Exhale, right and up. Exhale, left and up. Then plant your feet, straighten your spine, close your eyes and breathe. Two more breaths. Now you'll reach your arms out ahead of you, and I want you to slowly lower all the way down to your back. And once you get there, bring your hands, palms face down into a T shape. You're going to walk your knees close to your body first, or your feet. And then you'll just pick your knees up and keep them together. So when we inhale, you're going to come to center. We'll start with exhale till the knees go left, head goes right. Then inhale, center, head and knees. Now exhale, knees go right, head goes left. Inhale, center. Exhale, knees left. Inhale, center. Exhale, knees right. Inhale, center. Exhale, knees left. Inhale, center. Exhale, right. Inhale, center. Exhale, left. One more time, each side. Inhale, center. Exhale, right. Inhale, center. Exhale, left. Then inhale back to center. And straighten your legs up towards the ceiling. For legs up the wall. And arms can move to any comfortable position. So maybe they stay here. Maybe they go by your sides. Palms face up. Just taking some time to relax. Two more breaths. And then bring your knees into your chest. Wrap your arms around your knees and rock from side to side. A nice little low back massage. And then you'll come back to center. And you put both hands on your knees and take some knee circles. Let's do 5 in each direction. 2, 3, 4, and 5. And then reverse directions with your knee circles. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Good. Then you're going to take your palms down on the mat, feet down on the mat. Good. And we'll do a couple bridge. So press your feet and your palms firmly into the mat, and then inhale, lift your hips. And hold. One more breath. And then slowly lower all the way down. Bring knees into chest and rock from side to side. And back to center. Plant your feet nice and close to your body, hands face down by your sides. Press firmly and then inhale, lift your hips. And if you'd like to take it into the full expression, you can interlace your fingers underneath your hips and then rock up onto your shoulders. Press your hips up and breathe. Two more breaths. Good. Now you're going to release your grips out from under you. Slowly lower all the way down. Bring knees into chest and rock side to side. Loosening up your low back after those bridges. Send your breath to your low back area as you breathe if possible. Good, and then you'll make your way back to center. And you're going to pick your head up, squeeze your toes, squeeze calves, knees, arms, hamstrings, chest, stomach squeezing, back is squeezing, face is furrowed, squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. And then exhale, release. Everything goes long and wide for final Shavasana. If you have any poses you like right before final Shavasana, you can take those now or just have a little extra Shavasana, up to you. Palms are face up. Allow your head and your feet to fall where they want. Release any thoughts from your mind. Allow them to be washed away like waves of the ocean. And then I want you to imagine you're walking in a grassy meadow. It's a warm spring day. And as you walk in the meadow, you notice the trees and bushes. You notice the birds chirping overhead and the squirrels and rabbits wrestling in the trees. With every step, you notice the soft, lush grass underneath your feet. You breathe in and you smell that spring dew. You continue walking through the grass. And you notice a lake up ahead of you. There's a bench near this lake. And you make your way over to sit on the bench. As you sit on the bench, you feel yourself sitting firmly. You feel your feet grounded on the grass. The sun shines its warmth on you. You smell the flowers, and they're so intense that you can almost taste those flowers on your tongue. You look out at the water, and you notice how it glistens and shines from the reflection of the sun.
looking at the water, and you notice a beautiful cherry blossom across the lake, sending its reflection to you. The petals are a soft pink and white color. And as you watch the lake, you notice a few petals fall in from time to time. And you stay right here on this bench, watching the petals of the cherry tree fall into the lake. You'll begin to wiggle fingers and toes, rock your head from side to side. Maybe a nice full body good morning stretch if that feels good to you. And then whenever you're ready, you'll roll onto your one side and hug your knees in. Take a moment to appreciate yourself for making it to class today, and appreciate your body for all the hard work it just did. And then prop yourself up to seated with eyes closed as able. Then you'll inhale, arms go overhead, palms meet. And reverse your palms face out. And like we did with those movements, feel the resistance as you press your hands down by your sides. And bring in positivity today. You don't have room in your space for anything else. And then hands come to heart center. Thank you all for joining me today. I honor and appreciate the light inside of you. Namaste.